Let's bring in our sports anchor and reporter Miyen Akiri for more reaction on this win. Miyen, I must confess that I'm glad that we're having this conversation in a celebratory mode, because I'm sure that we didn't win when we were having a conversation at all.
That's what football can do.
It's been a while since we got here. Super Eagles been through to the final. What does this mean for football in Nigeria?
This is huge. Let me start by saying congratulations to Nigerians. Like you said, football unites everyone, and great moment. But then, counting down already, to the grand finale. Will it be DR Congo or will it be the host, the Elephant of Cote d'Ivoire?
Before we even get there, because this at some point looked like we already had it, and then again, it looked like we were not going to have it because of the conversations around Williams, who is the goalkeeper for South Africa. When you look at his performance against Cape Verde, and people thought, okay, he's a very good goalkeeper. We are going to lose it when it comes to penalty. But when you compare that, his statistics and against Cape Verde and what Wambele did tonight, who would you say has better statistics now?
Well, if you take a look at the South Africans, coming into the semi-final against the Super Eagles, for every Nigerian, for every supporter of the Super Eagles, and indeed for lovers of football, those who were analysts were of the opinion that for the Eagles to indeed get the job done in 90 minutes will be the best. Going into penalties, on paper, everyone felt the Bafana had the edge, considering what Williams did coming into comes to penalty kicks, and they felt the South Africans will have the edge. You're as good as your last game. Unfortunately, what you bring to the table on match day also matters. For the Eagles, it was their day. For William,
I want us to go to. We want to get like an overview of what has, what played out today, and then also look at what could likely play out. And you just find yourself smiling every time you watch, that replay. But we still have Miyen Akiri with us in the studio. Miyen, let's talk about, the management of football in Nigeria, whether it's the coaching, the federation, or even the ministry itself. There have been talks about how just that poor management has led to poor performance, by the Super Eagles previously. When you look at what has happened recently, talk to us about what has changed and how that contributed to their performance.
Well, what has changed? I wouldn't say much has changed, in fairness and in all honesty. We've always known Nigeria as a football playing nation. The talents are there. It is evident. These were the players who struggled in the course of the qualifiers. These were the players when at some point in time it looked like the Eagles were going to struggle at the AFCON tournament. But lo and behold, look at them today. They are in the final of the AFCON tournament. This shows that these talents have always been there. And for we journalists, we kept saying it. We kept, telling administrators in this country. Sometimes when you talk to them, they will tell you they're no longer minnows in world football. The Eagles are no minnows. These talents are there. The best player in Africa is a Nigerian. Interestingly, he's one of the best strikers in world football. In fact, the first Nigerian to have made the world top 10 as far as FIFA award is concerned. It shows that we have what it takes to rule at the highest level beyond Africa. But we must indeed do a lot of developmental program positively, to rub shoulders with the Diamond Shaft of Germany, Le Bleu of France, the Celesaio of Brazil, because there is so much investment in other parts of the world. Until we invest and do things the right way, we may never get, the desired result.
All right.
But these...
And again, let me hold you because people are reacting. I know, let's get the general reaction of Nigerians. Now, one major sport that unites people, not minding ethnicity or religion or other differences, is football, and we all know that. Nigerians in many parts of the country celebrated the heated match between the Super Eagles and Bafana, which eventually went into penalty and saw Nigeria qualify for the final. Now, here in Lagos, the Agege Stadium was filled to the brim as fans gathered to watch the match. And also in Abuja, we have a reaction from our correspondent, Jane Francis Owenze.
Excited football fans are celebrating the Super Eagles of Nigeria 8th appearance at the Africa Cup of Nations finals. The Nigeria senior men's football team ends their 8th win against their South African counterparts at 15 meters, 4-1 penalties. The Super Eagles, on the back of two 1-1 draws and competitive matches, were not favourites ahead of the tournament, but 5 games played so far in the AFCON captured the attention of Nigerians, and football fans gathered at various viewing centres to watch this semi-final fixture. The Super Eagles have won the trophy on 3 occasions, a silver medal on 4 occasions, and a bronze medal 8 times. With this win, Nigeria is assured of a 16th podium finish at the prestigious Africa Cup of Nations. Jane Frances Mweze, TVC News, Abuja.
I am very, very excited about the match today because from initial time, I'm confident that Nigeria will win them. Even after they equalize the ball, I'm very confident, knowing that the capacity that win Nigeria come with. I'm very happy with the ball. The Nigerian state will bring the cup to Nigeria here. I am very proud to be a Nigerian with you.
When they equalized the goal, I was almost losing hope because checking their match against Cape Verde, we see that they are good in penalties. That is the what are they called? They are good in penalties, but I could see the dedication in the Nigerian team. They did well. They tried. They were united, and so the glory of God gave us the victory. So I'm so happy. I'm very happy.
Now, the federal government has hailed the Super Eagles for their resounding victory over the Bafana Bafana of South Africa in the semi-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations. In a statement by the Ministry of Information and National Orientation, the federal government commended the team for displaying remarkable talent, teamwork, and showcasing the true spirit of Nigerian football. The federal government also expressed confidence in the Super Eagles to bring home the African Cup of Nations trophy once again, as the nation stands behind them and looks forward to the final match. What a night it is for Nigerians. That's reaction coming in from Lagos. Earlier, we brought you reactions from Abuja, and we could go on and on from with reactions all around the country. It will be the same celebratory mood. Miyen, just to rest on this, we are celebrating now. What are the chances of lifting the trophy? And we're either going to play against Cote d'Ivoire or DR Congo.
Or DR Congo. The second semi-final match is on between these two countries, DR Congo, Cote d'Ivoire. The elephants of Cote d'Ivoire have been described as a cat with 9 lives, considering how they qualified, to this stage of the tournament. But that reminds me once again of what is called the Christmas truce. I'm sure some people will be familiar with the story of the Christmas truce during the World War. It was said that the National Football Association will say, football knows no color, it knows no race. But then I have a worry. If we are playing the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire in the final, the hosts of the AFCON tournament, and then the final will take place, at the Al Hassan Ouattara Stadium. That's a 60,000 capacity stadium, a stadium owned by the federal government. I'm sure that Ivorian fans, Cote d'Ivoire fans, will troop out to the stadium to indeed support their country should they qualify for the final. And you see, I'm always of the opinion that you don't win football matches, especially a final, in an empty stadium. Yes, sometimes, you may indeed lose some. It happened to Nigeria in the past, Nigeria, Ghana 2000, where we played against Cameroon and all that. But then it is very important that you have the 12th man. And I hope that, by and large, having Cote d'Ivoire not too far away from us here, more fans can indeed travel, if the federal government can ensure that more fans support the Super Eagles.
Absolutely.
To have the 12th man behind them, cheer them. And indeed,
that's a good point you made, Miyen. Really, the government needs to get more fans, to Cote d'Ivoire to support the Super Eagles for the final. Thank you so much for your analysis, Miyen. We're looking forward to lifting the trophy on Sunday.
It's coming on, no doubt, the
Absolutely.
fourth time.
Absolutely.
Many thanks, Precious.